Hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay. Today I wanted to talk to you about your first project for the new quarter. So this assignment has been posted to Google Classroom by now. I wanted to give you a brief overview of what this assignment is about and how you can go about finishing it. So here's the basic idea. You've been ordered to shelter in place until further notice. However, you don't have any food in the house and only have $20 to spend until the stimulus check comes through. What kind of foods would you buy at the grocery store to hold you over? So this class is about data analysis, right? So we're going to start with some data collection because before we can analyze data, we've got to have some data to look at. And I thought that this might be a interesting topic for us to discuss. So here's your task for the first project. You're going to use the internet to research some foods from a major grocery store that you could purchase to hold you over until the check comes. So you've got a budget here. You can only spend $20. You can assume that you can have access to any reusable cooking utensils that you might have at home. You might have clean water. You can assume that. But don't assume that you have anything that's already in your pantry. That's off limits. We're assuming your pantry's empty. You can only eat what you bought. There is a requirement here, though. You do need to purchase a minimum of 7 unique items, but not more than 10. Because we're going to be doing some stats on these purchases that we make for the next phase of the project. So I want to make sure that you have at least 7, but not more than 10. I don't want you to go overkill. Which means that you can buy more than one of an item if you choose, but I just want to see at least 7 different things. We want you to try and stay under this $20 budget, but you can safely ignore sales tax. We're not going to worry about that. And part of this first week's assignment is that you're going to calculate the total caloric value of your purchases. So the thing about eating is, the value of energy that you get from the food is the number of calories in that food. We're going to be adding up the number of calories in each of those items that you go and buy for your $20. So again, like I said, this is a data collection phase. Before we do any data analysis, we have to collect it. But we are going to be moving on to data analysis in phase 2. So as you complete this assignment, it's probably a good idea to take notes of what you bought, and that way you have reference materials to reference later. I gave you some helpful links here, helpful URLs that you might need to complete this project. Here's a link to Harris Teeter, Farm Fresh, Food Lion, Walmart that you can use to shop. And this bottom site here is kind of a cool resource called from the USDA, which is a database of nutrition information on a lot of food. You can't buy food here, but if you have something that you're trying to find how many calories are in, this might be a helpful resource for you. You're not limited to these stores here, but I'd highly recommend them because this Harris Teeter one in particular has a nice way for you to add stuff to your shopping cart and shop for food. So we're going to say, okay, order online, order groceries, and you might have to pick a store. I think mine's already set to Bennett's Creek here, and we need to go shopping for some items here. So let's see, what do we want to buy here? Let's talk about, how about some protein bars? So I'll do my little search for protein bar. Here we go, Harris Teeter peanut butter chocolate chip protein bars. I eat these for breakfast like all the time. So, in this, I'm going to ask you to estimate how much you're going to spend per item. I'm going to shop at Harris Teeter. I'm not going to answer this because I want you to do it. I'm just going to put 0 for now. So cooking item number 1. The name of my item, here I can just copy and paste. Copy. Name of my item is Harris Teeter peanut butter chocolate chip protein bars. My price each, well, if I look here, my price each, well, notice it's got the price for each protein bar, but there's a 5-pack in the box. I'm going to do this $2.49 is my total price here. So $2.49 is my price. I'm only going to buy one of these, but here's where we get to the interesting part. So number of servings each, calories per serving. The way that you find that information here is, at least on Harris Teeter's site, get that out of the way. I'm going to click on nutrition information here. So my serving size, it says, is 1 bar. There's 5 bars in the box. So servings per container is 5. Number of servings, my number of servings is 5. My calories per serving, well, come back here. Number of calories here, it says 180 calories per bar. So 180 calories per bar. Now, like I said, you have the option to buy more than one of each item, but I only bought one, so I'm still only spending $2.49. Total number of calories for this item, well, if it's 5 servings and each servings is 180 calories, let's do a little math here. Each bar is 5 calories, or each bar is 180 calories, but I get 5 of them. So the total number of calories from this item, I've got 900 calories. And that's item number 1. Notice item number 1, it says it's required. All these fields are required. It won't even let you go through until you fill that in. So item number 2, well, let's do something a little bit different. I like Granny Smith apples. Okay. So price here, it says Granny Smith apples. Oh, well, let's click on this here. So Granny Smith apples, 11 ounces on average. But you notice here, it didn't give me any nutrition information. So let's, this is where that USDA site is going to come in handy here, because I can't find any information here on Harris Teeter. They don't have that easily accessible nutrition information. So this is where that food data base comes in handy. I can type in Granny Smith apple and Granny Smith apples. Okay, I'm just gonna, you notice there's a lot of duplicate listings here, but I'm just going to pick one of them. Granny Smith's apples, notice proportions, 1 medium apple. So medium apple, 100 grams. So 11 ounces. So let's say I've got a pound. So 1 pound, 2 grams. That's about 4. So 4.5. So let's see. See here where it says energy kilocalories? That means that each apple is 52 calories. The reason that it says kilocalories instead of just calories is these are all metric units, because this is a scientific database and scientists tend to use metric system rather than imperial units. So I kind of ran into an issue here where I've got have to do a little extra math to do produce like this. So each serving is about 100 grams, but if I buy a pound of apples, that's like 4.5. So here's how I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do name of the item is Granny Smith apple. My price is, well, it's $2.49 per pound. So I'm going to do the $2.49 here. But quantity, well, so I get about like 4.5 servings, because I got 453 grams and each serving is 100 grams, so about 4.5 servings for a pound of apples. Oh, must be a whole number. I'm gonna have to fix that before I push this assignment out. Okay, so quantity. Oh, that's why. One 4.5, there we go. So 1 pound of apples, 4.5 servings. Calories per serving, what did we say? Calories, 52 calories per serving. So I'm going to fill in 52 calories per serving. My total spent on this item, I've got 2.49. And total number of calories from this item, well, if I've got 4.5 servings times 52 calories each, that's 234 calories from that item, and then proceed to the next item here. Is it going to let me go through all of these? Oh no, it's going to make me fill in stuff. So I'm just going to fill in stuff here, 0, 0, 0, 0. Obviously, you're going to actually look up all these items. I just want to get to the last screen here. Item number 7. And again, item number 7, I was required to have 7 unique items, which is why I'm filling in all this dummy information. Items 8 through 10 are optional, so I can just skip through these. And here, the final screen of this is for you to add up how much money you spent altogether and add up the total number of calories. And depending on what you bought, these numbers are, your numbers and my numbers are going to be different. Everybody's going to have different numbers, and that's part of the fun of this assignment. And then click submit. And it'll give you an email copy of your answers here too. So you'll have that in your email in case you need to come back to that information later. And that's the end of the assignment here. I'm going to come back to the beginning here where my directions were. So you're not limited to these grocery stores. You can do any one. Some items are, like you saw, are easier to find the calories for than others. If you're doing produce, this food database is going to be essential, which is why you might want to lean to stuff that's already pre-packaged that you can just easily find the nutrition information through Harris Teeter stuff. This is a good assignment for you to involve your parents with. Your parents might be a good source of ideas for things that you might want to buy on this $20 budget that will last as long as possible, because you know the whole thing of this assignment is how long is that $20 going to let you live for? How long can you live for on $20 by buying things from the grocery store? How long will you last until that stimulus check comes through is kind of what's going to make this assignment interesting. So also, I'd suggest, you know, as you go through this, take some good notes. Me personally, I would use a Google Doc or Google Sheets to keep track of everything I was buying and how many calories are in it. Miss Garrett suggested a pen and paper notebook to write down what you bought and how many calories are in it. Do whatever works for you, but keep in mind that you will need this information for the next phase of this project, where we're actually going to go through and analyze all of the data you collected. So I hope that gives you a good idea of what to expect for our first project assignment here, and I hope you have fun doing this. I hope this is a little bit more interesting than just generic worksheets. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them to Google Classroom. I'll try and answer as best as I can. And like I said, get your parents involved. This is a good family project that you can kind of tackle together, and maybe they can help you out with some of these calorie calculations as you need it. That's all. Good luck to everyone, and I'll see you next time.